Are you going to have to do a similar speech in a couple of weeks' time against Real Madrid? Or?
Don't worry about my speeches, bro. Your speeches to like Malmo or whoever you're playing there. Right? Don't worry about our speeches.
Copenhagen.
We got Real Madrid. Right? I'm looking forward to the game. It's an exciting prospect, man. You know what I mean? And I saw you lot on here. Zero chance you give us. Zero
of winning the Champions League.
Yes,
that's what we said.
Yeah, zero chance of winning the Champions League. Yeah.
And
Not
I still
PSV.
believe that.
We knew
You had
PSV.
100% chance of going through them.
So what chance do you give us at Real Madrid then? Is that zero as well?
One fibre in
I would
I'll
say
probably give you
10%.
Hold on, let me just assess. So
5 to 10?
wait, start with Abby. So what percentage are you giving?
Of against Madrid.
Not a fibre
To
in
go
your being.
through against
And not a fibre in
on
my
two
being
legs.
thinks that you would win the Champions League.
No, forget the Champions League. Right?
Well, that means that
percentage,
you're through then.
percentage of Real Madrid.
20%.
See, that's generous.
That's really generous.
Second legs
I would
where?
say
Second
10.
legs at Madrid?
Yeah,
Yeah, no. 10.
I go 10
10%?
across 2 legs, yeah.
10%.
0.00000000000.
quite low, that. More chance of winning the lottery.
Half a percent.
Something like that. Yeah.
No, but Rob,
Turn out.
you know,
It's all right.
Real
You're not
Madrid
going
we're
through,
talking
bro.
about,
It's
bro.
okay.
What's your
And
percentage?
you've people giving us no chance.
What's your
of beating-
percentage?
Huh?
To go through against 2.
40%.
Oh,
40%
mate, come
chance.
on.
Where's that coming from?
40% chance. Why
Opium.
not?
40% chance
40.
of going through against Real Madrid across
yeah.
2 legs.
Yeah,
40.
Yeah, a 40%
Okay.
chance, right? Listen,
Alright.
right?
No worries.
Why not?
Because of Real Madrid.
Did
That's
you think
why.
you think you were going to go out to
The heritage.
PSG? If we would have had the same
No, but
conversation,
Rob, it's a lot more
Hold
balanced,
on,
isn't it?
You're the favourites,
Arsenal,
right?
Real Madrid, and Liverpool, PSG.
listen,
We're the top of our leagues.
Let him cook.
Let me just
All
say.
right,
Let me
I'll
just
just
say.
wait.
Let me just say.
wait
Yeah?
sometimes,
Let's
isn't
just
it?
sit back.
Did you think?
Can't wait for this.
Did you think right that PSG were going to knock you out over the 2 legs? Did anybody here?
I didn't know.
Nobody did.
I had
they,
Liverpool
right?
favourites.
Right, exactly. Right, you're out.
But
right?
they had more of a
Did you
chance of
think
beating us than you have of beating
Did you
Madrid,
think
Rob?
last year that Borussia Dortmund would go all the way to the final, having a horrible season in the Bundesliga?
Nope.
No.
Make
They
sure we clip all of
They
this,
went
by
all
the
the
way.
way to the final, right? Did you think, right, that Atalanta would beat Bayer Leverkusen in the final, unbeaten the whole season, invincible season in Germany, right? They got to the final, right, and lost. Atalanta beat them 3-0. Lookman, hat-trick.
Yeah, but we're talking
Right,
about
did you
Real
think
Madrid.
that?
We're talking
Yeah,
about
but this
Madrid.
is Real Madrid we're talking
talking
about,
about
Robbie.
Madrid.
So I'm saying, right, when people are just saying immediately, right like we're some poor side. We got a very good defence as well, right? We got a good even in that game yesterday. I know Athletic are top side, yeah, but that was a penalties, bro. That wasn't like they just wiped the floor.
What
with
Madrid
them.
do though?
That was what.
It's what
I
irrelevant,
know.
bro.
They've got it, and that's why I'm giving
We
them a
had
60%.
23 shots against them in the final. They had 2 and
That's
1.
why I'm giving them 60% chance.
We were
They're the
3-0 down
favourites
at
to win it.
half-time
They're,
against
they're
Milan and
better.
won.
They're a better side than us, but in a cup competition, when
agree,
you
yeah.
won it, you were 8th in the league. You won it.
Heritage.
We came 5th.
Heritage.
Exactly. So what heritage? You just sort of just turned up the other day about heritage.
Heritage.
Right?
Ooh,
Their
right.
heritage. Okay, their heritage. Yeah, you're right. Listen, you are right. They have the heritage. They have the players. I do think in defence they're not as strong as they've been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You can't write us off in that. Everyone's just writing us off like we've got no. You say there,
10%,
not a grain
I
in
said.
my body. You carry on writing us off, man.
Five.
I'm writing.
I will
You
do.
carry on.
I will.
writing.
Anyway, we'll
Current.
keep these. We'll keep these
We
in
will
the
carry on
freezer.
writing.
I'm writing.
Let me tell you something. If we
Other
did beat
sausages
Real
are
Madrid,
already-
I'm coming,
Yeah.
bro. You,
Whoa.
I think I'll turn up at your house if we beat Real Madrid. I'll turn up at your yard.
And do what?
Huh?
Sit outside and
You ain't
I
say,
sit
getting-
outside. I'll make up so much
She's
noise,
not gonna
right?
let you in, is
I'll
she?
make up so much noise.
This might be my
You-
first hate watch of the season.
You know,
Me too, bro.
you know
Might be
them
my first
times
proper
when
hate watch of the
you know them times when football clubs, right? They're playing a team and people turn
Set
up
off
outside the
flares.
hotel, set up flares.
2 in the
Beeping
morning.
the horn, no one
So
can
she
sleep.
can't
And that
sleep.
would be me outside their house.
We did that for
I'll tell you.
Atalanta and they beat us 3-0 actually, so it didn't really work. But yeah, listen, we got knocked out.
Don't write us off completely. Listen, I get it. They're the favourites. They're the best
They're
team.
always
on
the favourites, Rob.
Mbappe, Vinicius Junior is scary. They got the up front, but bro, we got a good defence, man. Saliba, Gabriel, Urian Timber. We got Declan Rice in midfield. We got a good side, man. Saka could possibly be back. They're saying for that game because the manager said he could be back at the end of the international break, so he might have a part to play in it.
Rushing him back's not going to end well.
Right.
Rushing him back.
Rushing the hamstrings
No,
back.
I said possibly. So let's see, man.
not
Let's see.
good
But
idea.
just to
Take it from
completely
me.
write Arsenal off in
Over
that.
2 legs. second leg being at.
I've never been
Madrid,
wrong when I've
nah.
written before. That's all I'll say. When I've written before, I've never been wrong.
Right, okay, you got it right, boss.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, there you go. There you
But
go.
I'll tell you, if we do,
Big if.
you lot don't bother coming.
So
Don't
as,
come in,
as-
man.
You're doing the show on your own, that though.
just to confirm,
I'll
then,
find you.
just to
I'll find
confirm,
you.
in case it wasn't obvious already, then Liverpool knocked out by PSG. The Dembele goal made it level, and then Liverpool go out on penalties due to Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones missing theirs. But Real Madrid, on the other hand, beat Atletico on penalties last night. And when Conor Gallagher scores after 27 seconds, you're thinking, what a tie we have got on our hands. Can Atleti push on? It actually made it
They were the
a
better side
bit of an
for it.
open game. It was almost to say Real Madrid, well, we're drawing now, come at us and we'll hit you on the counter. But the controversy now that surrounds that Alvarez penalty, I have watched that clip maybe 12 times now, and definitively I still can't tell you whether he touches it twice with his left foot than his right foot. And if he did, retake. No?
I've never
No,
seen
it's
that
not a
before.
retake when you hit it with 2 fingers.
Mitchell,
Not a
he-
retake.
Okay,
he
so
hit
this,
it with 2 feet.
this is what I
Got a
don't understand with
retake
this
for
rule, right?
Newcastle.
What advantage does Alvarez have to gain with hitting it twice? It's never the intention of the penalty taker to do that. It doesn't help them.
mistake.
It's a mistake. So we're just
but
putting in
it's too
rules
bad,
for
isn't it?
rules' sake.
No,
And
it's
by the
serious.
way, people were showing clips of Messi doing exactly the same thing in the World Cup final, and it wasn't enforced. So they don't really enforce this rule across the board. And I think it should be a retake because he scored the goal. It's a penalty that's gone into the back of the net. At least let him retake it, so we don't have any sort of.
I guess
confusion about-
because it went in, you could say you should retake it
Yeah.
maybe. But the thing is, right, I heard an expert talking about it today, and what she was saying was that they now that they've got the technology, they've got that what do they call it?
In the ball.
No, it's not in the ball.
Oh,
you know,
was it?
what's the new technology they got with where they do the
semi-automated,
semi-automated?
yeah.
So
Talking
the
about the
semi-automated alerted the referees that the in the VAR that he's kicked it twice, and that's
Is it
right. So
definitive,
then
though?
and
Is
then
it
they've
clear and
got
obvious?
and then what they're saying is what she was saying is the angles that maybe we saw on TV. It doesn't look like he's kicked it, but from what they've got, it does. They can see that he's kicked it. And did that change the trajectory of the ball? Because when you play cricket, for instance, right, sometimes you can just get a little nick on the ball, and it completely does like change the direction. We've seen in games sometimes, like a player comes and gets his foot to a ball. You know, when sometimes you see a player have a shot and you're thinking, how did that manage to just loop up and get into the corner? So you don't know. But the one thing I would say, I didn't really think about that, Matisse, but what you said there, like, if it's gone in, then, all right, retake it then. So
To
you
just
don't have to
rule
do
it
again.
out
But
as a
to
miss
just rule it
for
out
me.
is a bit harsh.
I agree.
It's a bit. I think it's one of these because it's the first time. It seems really,
Was
really
it definitely
harsh.
a double touch?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that-
what-
That's what I'm saying. I've
I've
watched
looked
it
at it
12
12
times.
times.
Again,
bro.
I
I
think,
can't tell you
I
still.
think it's the angle that we would see it because I did the same as you lot. I watched it quite a few times and you can't remotely see that he's touched it twice.
Yeah.
But because of the technology and it's not something that is a VAR, it's clearly not a human decision to do that. They've picked it up from doing that semi-automated offside somehow.
Because there is like a chip in the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think but I don't think these ones have got a chip in the ball. It's just the technology that they've got. It's that you know,
Alerted them to it.
But
listen,
if
a lot
you're
of things.
saying that he's touched it twice, the
Yeah.
question that I have is, okay, you've determined he's touched it twice. The people at home might not agree with you, but as the experts in the stadium, in the room, he's touched it twice. Why is there no retake? Why is right? You've missed that. Even when
Yeah,
it's just-
I
if you actually
think
look at Alvarez, he goes off and celebrates for a good
Of
5
course.
seconds, 10 seconds,
Of
and then
course.
Mbappe says like this kind of thing and goes to the ref, and they said they'll verify it. But to just say that's a miss when it went in, that doesn't sit right.
But
for
then
me.
I don't know,
And you
but
saw
then-
Simeone in the press conference after. He said to all the journalists, "Raise your hand if you think he touched it twice," and no one raised their hand.
Yeah, but
Obviously,
then you
they're
could
not the
also
ones in
say
control,
though
but-
with that, right? You could also say how many times have we seen like a ball we think is not crossed the line, say for instance, or
Yeah.
crossed the line in goal line technology.
Mm.
Right, if we said raise your hands, everybody thought that went over. Well, none of us would be able to
But
raise
that-
our
but
hands.
I understand the
but then you
benefit of
see the
that.
technology, and you can see either it has gone over or it hasn't gone over. So, I think, listen, I can understand why Simeone would be so upset with it, right? But it's
I think they should
if
just
you
be,
hit it twice, the rules, isn't it? You hit it twice, it's disallowed.
I don't mind it being disallowed if he's actually hit it, if he's hit it twice, but it has to be retaken. There's no benefit to the decision they've made. It doesn't benefit anyone,
agree.
in my opinion.